Class 10th, chapter Magnetic Effect of Current, one of the most important topic, Fleming's left-hand rule, which we use to find out the direction of force acting on a current-carrying conductor when it is placed in a magnetic field. Now, before we do this rule, let us try to understand why does a force act on a current-carrying conductor. You all must have played with magnets. Now, what happens when you bring two magnets close to each other? They exert force on each other, which can be either attractive or repulsive because of the presence of their magnetic field. Now, from the beginning of this chapter, we have learned that current carrying conductor has also got magnetic field around it. Okay, like whether you talk about the case of a straight conductor, circular conductor, or a solenoid, they all have the magnetic field present around them. So what does it mean? Can we say that they also act like magnet? So when you are placing a current carrying conductor near a magnet, the case is similar to bringing two magnets close to each other. And that is the reason your current carrying conductor experiences a force. But what about the direction of this force? So for that, we use Fleming's left-hand rule. Now to understand and remember this rule, we divide it into two parts. First part talks about the orientation of the fingers and second part assign quantities to each finger. Now let's start with the first part. You have to stretch the first three fingers in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Now what do we mean by that? It means your thumb is perpendicular to forefinger is perpendicular to central finger, as well as central finger is perpendicular to thumb. Okay, now in second part, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be assigning the quantities. So if the central finger represents the direction of current, forefinger represents the direction of magnetic field, then the thumb will represent the direction of force or motion. Now, can we write these three quantities in any order? No. We generally prefer to write down the quantity which we want to find out in the end. And in this case, we are trying to find out the direction of force. That is the reason we write a thumb part in the end. Time for a tip. To remember the representation correctly, just remember FBI. Also, many a time students say left hand, but while using the rule, they end up using right hand. So just a small suggestion, write a small L on your left hand for some time when you are practicing questions based on it. Also, for many of you, keeping the fingers in mutually perpendicular direction is a big challenge. So let's practice a new style from today. Thank you.